little 60 piece. That's only the neck though.
Last night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga, but we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it, and they using nigga songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Let some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, it's hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a ruler. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth it, Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wooty-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back, we ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God, nigga.
That wooty-woo, something. I know the police listening, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that wooty-woo, something. Nigga, cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running, swear to God, nigga.
What's the deal, y'all? We're Trappers tapping in TNN Trap News Network. We back in the same, like cracking the same here at TNN. Bow, Trap News Network. Bow. Good news you can use. Get knowledge, you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the subscribe button for everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Tap in with the tap in. Make sure you are in fact tapped in with that good. Tap in with everything we got going on here at Trap News Network. News you can use. Knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with that tap in. You feel me? Hit that notification bell. Hit all. Stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. And if you would like to be a part of this Trap News Network family, hit me up on Instagram. TRAPNEWSNETWORX. That's Trap News Network. If you would like to be a Trap News Network live correspondent, this is a potentially paid opportunity. So please hit me up, man. We are still looking because good help apparently is so much harder to find than I thought. But God willing, by the end of the summer, going into the third quarter, we will have a stable staff and we will be able to continue to give y'all some more great content. Words are hard. Don't worry about it. We finna jump into this young Kantiana. Brandon is talking about his gang affiliations. That's right, Brandon. I didn't even know he was a gang member, but let's jump into this content and see what he's talking about. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Had an argument about, actually it was about you, Brandon. It was about your situation that happened with you going to Marathon Burger. So let me ask you this. Do you consider yourself a gang member? Because Flacco was saying it's going to start a gang war. He was saying you're in a gang. I didn't know you were in a gang. He was saying Rich Trappers in a gang. Are you a gang member?
Well, I'm a member of the gang, but I'm not.
Now, I just want to say here at TNN Trap News Network, we don't publicly associate ourselves with Crip niggas, Blood niggas, SH, Asians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, White Boys, Jamaicans, Latin King disciples, Viceroy, Haitians, Parus, Hoovers, Norteños, Toreños, Watchings, Hells Angels, Mongols, Triads, whatever else that y'all got going on, we're not associated, none of that. I have never been, nor will I ever be a part of any organized crime syndicate, fraternity, or anything of the sort. Bow. 4 equal sides, box of Apple Jacks, twice as green. I'm like a pool table, square and green. I know nothing about nothing. Gangs, I don't even know what a gang is. Not at all. No affiliation at all. But let's get back to the content.
Are you a gang member?
Well, I'm a member of the gang, but I'm not a gang banger. I'm not actively hunting down ops. It's a lot of people like that. Like, you got dudes who are in no gang acting like gang members. Like,
nigga, I'm gang banging.
So you will have this hypocrisy where even the people in the comments are cool with somebody who is not in a gang, but acting turned up like they are in a gang, but then have a condemnation for someone who's was in a phase, went through the phase of being in a gang, sliding on and then they grew out of that. It's just like, but it makes sense because a lot of people in the comments are trying to live vicariously through people they think that are cool that are not really that cool.
It's crazy because I got a lot of messages that day. Like, you know, my cousin is Jay Outlaw. He was just here recently from 60s, and he hit me up. And you even I was texting with you.
Yeah.
I think the day before, and I was like, bro, I ain't gonna be able to make it. I was on some other shit. But like, I got a lot of messages, people telling me how much I missed out. Can't believe I didn't show up. But
So what, the Marathon Burger?
yeah, I just had prior engagements.
Man, you didn't have nothing to do. Stop lying.
No, for real. You know,
We older now, so
No, I be
niggas
having
just be
shit.
on the couch watching TV. Like, you know how fine.
Oh no. Like I'm actually active.
We thinking
Like
about parking.
I be doing shit. Like I think I had to change the ignition on my bike. So like I was doing that.
All right, so look, I got more questions about. So overall, how was the grand opening of Marathon Burger? Because I seen y'all was out there for.
Why weren't you there?
I didn't get invited.
Dude, you
The
didn't have
whole
to be
No
invited.
Jumper.
The whole community of LA got invited.
I've been to Marathon Burger before you even opened.
We ain't talking about where you
But
been.
wasn't
We
nothing
talk
like the
about the
boardwalk.
grand opening of Marathon Burger.
Nigga, it's gonna be
on Venice.
multiple grand openings. I ain't.
That's
gonna
not
go to
what we're
every one.
discussing, Remo. We're discussing. You're in LA. You're not originally from
No,
LA.
I'm not from LA.
See, you need to show more respect. Like, if something is
that
big in
has
LA,
you need an LA
how
hat,
can you
nigga.
call yourself a journalist? How can you really report on LA, but you don't feel compelled to show up to major events in LA? Like,
All right,
that
for
wasn't
one, I
maybe.
don't report on LA that much, and for two, a restaurant opening up, I don't feel like needs much reporting on there, especially when.
But it ain't just a restaurant, dog, Remo.
Hold
Wasn't
on.
even the first location.
And it's not the first location.
We're not
I can
talking
see
to
if
you,
this
Josh.
was like the grand opening of like. So every Marathon Burger opening up, but we need journalists out there. And
Well,
shit.
you gotta remember.
And what,
first
we
of all-
wasn't invited.
Well,
No,
first
wait
of
a
all,
minute,
Remo,
you
hold
actually
on.
were invited?
No, we
Hold
wasn't.
To answer your question, yes, Remo. As covering LA media, you should actually be, in fact, at every grand opening of every Marathon Burger as they continue to spread a single burger stand into a growing franchise within the Los Angeles County. That's an extremely big accomplishment, especially for a black-owned business, as they celebrate the love and the memory of Nipsey Hussle. So, based off that LA culture and the legacy of, yes, it's a short answer. You should actually be there. But with that all being said, remember, y'all, I'm going to say this. I'm going to go back to it after this. Y'all see how I was down there ground zero covering the protest, and now you see what everybody's doing? First was everybody copying the thumbnails. Then it was everybody copying the content style of my subjects. And then it was everybody copying. Now it's everybody copying me actually doing live news and coverage and all that kind of stuff. I'm the reason why LA media is going to have to actually go back to being LA media and not the young and the restless and all that kind of stuff. So, Remo, I ain't taking no shots at you or nothing like that, but I am giving you a very simple answer to the question that you asked genuinely. What a genuine answer. Yes, bro, if you want to cover media in LA, you should actually, in fact, be at the opening of every single Marathon Burger and everything else cracking within the city of Los Angeles. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Brandon is going through the situation and making it clear that the No Jumper staff could have been there. They could have seen everything that went on with their own eyes instead of having to take second account stories of the situation that they were invited to. And when it comes to Remo, I would imagine that he would have went to Marathon Burger without no issue, bro. Like, I don't think that nobody really would have had a problem with you specifically, fool. So I think that situation, you know, would have been all right. But I can understand from his position, like, man, hell no, bro. I ain't trying to get whooped out because I represent No Jumper, so I ain't going over there without no invitation or without no actual 1-2 step like Sierra. So I can see that too. But let's jump back into this Contiana.
You're opening this second location. It's the location one. It's on Venice Beach, but you like you said, you're not from here, but like Venice Beach is a staple of every LA childhood.
You're not
Like,
educating
So
this-
opening a restaurant on Venice on the boardwalk is huge.
Remo knows that already, and you're being insensitive to the cultural significance. On top of that, we wasn't invited. First of all, every member of the No Jumper hosting
I got
team
my email.
was formally invited.
By
I
who?
relayed that message by the Rolling 60 Crips and the 40 Crips.
I don't remember seeing the invitation.
No, I
Shout out
mentioned
to
it in
Doty.
here. Okay, now the audience gonna get on y'all. I mentioned it in here several times.
But then that
I got the text
But wait,
right here.
this is my
Look.
thing. Matt Barnes was there. Kendrick Perkins was there. It was all India Love was there. It was like and a bunch of people nobody knew. The community was invited. And then your job, No Jumper, talked about it for 2 weeks or a week. Like, if your job is talking about it, if you were a good journalist, you would have made it a point to be there.
The story had nothing to do with the Marathon Burger opening. Why it was being discussed.
It had everything.
the story was about
It had
y'all getting
everything.
into an altercation.
It had everything to do
I
with
feel-
Please tell me y'all squabbled.
Hold on.
You met him on the tennis court?
No, we didn't squabble.
Nah, they actually
did.
never
Why would
ran
we
into each
ruin?
other.
Marathon Burger's grand opening.
Nah, dude.
But
he showed up
in a way,
You
in
know
a
how big
way.
the boardwalk is? Y'all
He showed
niggas
up
could have
at
walked
6:30
100
after
feet away
everything was
from the
over.
show.
All
He
right.
showed up after everything was over.
So were you inviting Almighty Suspect to it? Because in a way,
he was invited. Everyone was invited.
all right. So it wasn't just a personal thing where you was like, "Hey, Almighty, I'm gonna be there." Because I seen a video
Yeah,
where,
I heard you call.
where you was trying to like call him out. So he made it seem like you was calling him out to meet him there for a fade. Or
I
some shit.
invited every single member of No Jumper to Marathon Burger
On behalf of who though?
right.
on behalf of a bunch of people
The call
from
I got
those
was
gangs, 60s.
See, but is that the
They
gang or
said,
the
tell them
owners?
listen, they said, listen, bro, y'all just had Travis
Mason
Ford
Wayne.
up here bringing y'all a cake. So clearly them dudes is cool with y'all. so
Hey, that nigga got a cake.
Travis filmed a adult scene in here. So yes, he did.
Wait.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Travis
I
did?
can't say it. It was his production. See, you always trying to correct somebody. It was a Travis Ford production. The whole idea was his idea.
Travis
He
went
was here
from being
running around.
banned from here to filming fucking X-rated movies?
These dudes, no. This is what they do. No Jumpers like the chick that'll bone you, but then pretend like she don't know you. She'll let you hit and pretend like she don't know you. They will
These
mess
niggas
with
bullshit.
you, but they always maintain a standard of plausible deniability. They need the ability to disown you at any moment. And Josh is the culprit. He's behind all of that.
Yo, Brandon with the narrative.
Hey,
You
get on
are
it.
such a conspiracy theorist.
That's no conspiracy doesn't mean it's not true.
So, with that being said, it's a lot going on. Josh is conspiring against the No Jumper staff to keep everybody under some sort of crazy secrecy and plausible deniability. Remo acting like he don't know that he could have went to Marathon Burger, and Brandon's making everybody stand on their business. Sounds like it's another day at No Jumper. With that all being said, man, we up out here to the next one. Y'all know the deal is red down to the left. You know the rest. It's free avenue, so he's free. We are gone.